Welcome to the Reckless Paradise, everyone. I am your co-host, Dystro. I'm doing the intro this time since it's a special occasion, but I'm here with my host, Marissa. Say hi.
What's up?
Oh my God, off to a hot start.
My voice is a little hoarse. So, anyways, hi, I'm back. Happy 2024. I know this is the second episode of the year, but I was absent for the first one. So, happy 2024, everybody. I hope everybody's kicked off the new year on a hot note. It's been a really rough week on my end, but it's Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for a new week, new beginnings, new opportunities for happiness to happen. So, you know how we are on the show. We always try to remain positive.
Yep, we try to.
How are you doing, Daisho? How was your weekend?
My weekend was alright. It was work, but it's alright. I you know made it through another work week. So
Yes, yes. And tomorrow is Monday, and you have like the next 3 days off. So,
yep,
and tomorrow is a special occasion. Tomorrow is the 8th, which means our good friend Kent is turning 22 tomorrow. So, if you're listening, which I don't know if you still listen to our show, happiest of birthdays. God, that guy's
uh,
getting old.
shit.
Or say that, and you're the oldest one here.
Yep.
You old fart.
Hey,
Oh, goodness, goodness. Anyways, thank you all for joining the episode. We hope you enjoy. This is our 2 year anniversary episode. Now, I do realize we started on January 9th of 2022. However, the 9th this year does not cross paths with our recording schedule, which is Sundays and Thursdays. Unfortunately, the 9th is on a Tuesday. So we decided we would go ahead and celebrate now rather than later on a Thursday. So happy 2 years to this show. Man, like this show has came a long ways.
yes, it has. Uh, it's been a rocky road, let's say the least.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when we first started, like we really just we kept cutting each other off. I remember that. We had technological issues left and right. Our producer kind of fucked us over. Um, so we kind of had to branch out and do our own thing on YouTube.
hmm but for those who do not know, we were originally going to be on Spotify, and we were on Spotify for like what, like 2 months.
2 months, yeah. And then our producer decided to be
A dickhead.
a bit of a dick and pretty much fucked us over, got rid of our Spotify account. He was the one in charge of the Spotify account. And for some reason, he did not ever give me access to the Spotify account, which I feel like as the host and co host, we should have had rights to access to that. So we went ahead, and I'm glad we did this, like way before this happened. We went ahead about a month prior to everything going down and made our own YouTube channel, which both of us have access to.
Yes, because you upload the videos and all that stuff, but I do, and both of us do, uh, shorts on YouTube.
Yeah, and
So,
you've had to upload an episode or two by yourself because I had technical issues up where I used to live.
right, yeah.
That sucked. Which I will get to that later on. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride. We've had a lot of guests on this show. 90% of them I know in real life. Like I went to school with them. I grew up with them. Like my own family, my own relatives have been on this show. Um, So it's been an honor, and we've even had some people from Discord jump on with us. And I think out of everybody who's joined us, I think Corey has been in the most episodes with us.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He's been in like 3 episodes with us.
Yeah, which that's crazy.
It is crazy. That freaking crazy guy.
Ugh.
So let's talk about some of our favorite episodes that we've done in the last year or two. Um, I kind of want to backtrack to when we originally started, when we had opened up about the MS struggles that you had and everything you know about MS, kind of just educating people about what MS is. I really enjoyed doing that episode.
Yeah, so to backtrack here, I got officially diagnosed with MS. Uh,
It was like October of 2022.
yeah, it was October 2022. Early 2022, I did not know like what was going on, because the doctor or the neurologist um wanted me to have like some CAT scans done and tests done and all that stuff. And for people who do not know what MS is, it's multiple sclerosis. It's a little thing inside of your spine that can affect the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you think,
Your limbs.
your limbs. Like you could have like some numbness in your hands, and it could affect your whole body and all that stuff. And but I've been I have had it for a whole year at this point.
Going on 2 years now
Going
this
on 2 years,
October.
yeah. But I've had infusions for it and all that stuff, and I've been having those for over a year.
And you're
Uh,
taking them like a champ.
yeah, and plus I do it once a month instead of doing it for 6 hours, and it'd be 6 months. But I don't want to sit there for 6 hours.
Honestly, that's not bad though, the way they do it. They only do it for like an hour once a month. Like, that's really not bad.
Yeah, but it's
Hmm.
like the ultimatum was like either do it once a month for an hour or do it like 6 hours, but you have it for 6 months. And I was like, the thing is, though, it's like majority of the day would be gone by the time I get
Right.
home.
Better off just do it early on in the morning, one hour, just so you can go home and relax the rest of the day.
Yeah, and usually I'm like tired by the time I get home and all that stuff too. So I'm like, yep, I'd rather just take the 1 hour.
So to be exact, we did our MS episode. It was titled "Let's Talk MS, Multiple Sclerosis," literally January 26th of last year, 2023. So it's been almost a year since we did that episode.
Yeah.
I thought we did it way back. Like, god damn, like I'm losing track of everything. Now,
Yeah.
another episode that I really liked doing with you was what the hell was it? I'm trying to think. I'm actually looking. I am actually on the channel right now, scrolling through all of our episodes we've done. We have done a lot. I guess I should say one of my favorite series we've done on the channel, and I always go back to this series, is the Nostalgia Days series.
Yeah, those are always fun to reminisce about.
Yes, we wrapped up Nostalgia Days. I'm actually gonna go to the playlist right now. There are 11 episodes. We wrapped it up 10 months ago.
Doesn't even feel like it.
It really doesn't, and I'm dead serious. I miss doing Nostalgia Days, but there's really nothing else to talk about. Like, we've covered everything, from cartoons to video games to technology, childhood snacks. Like, we've covered everything. And in case you guys want to check that out, it is on a playlist on the channel. There are 11 episodes. Some of them we do have guests on, so you will not want to miss that. I
Yeah.
really, really loved that series.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool like kind of series to like do because it's like it picks our brains a little bit and kind of like gives like no pun intended, but gives us nostalgia about certain
Gives you
things.
gives you goosebumps. Like, it makes you feel good.
Yeah. Um I guess I could say like another episode, or I should say series that we're doing currently now, is the wrestling year in review stuff that we've been doing.
Yes.
Because what we covered 2020, like 2013, 2014,
2016.
and then didn't we do 02?
We did O2, and that's the last one we did, I believe.
Yeah. Um, man, those years in particular, it's like, I was talking to one of my coworkers today. Like he's a wrestling fan too. I was like, yeah, like we have like these two coming up and all this stuff, and he was like, I was like, what else could we like talk about like, year wise, and I was thinking like, well, maybe like '09 or 2010 or something. I was like, I don't know. I have to ask the partner about that.
We really got to backtrack to those years because I started watching in '07. So I would really like to go back and do '07 very soon because that was the year I started watching, and I kind of need a refresher on what I was getting myself into at that time. I know TNA was like huge at that
Yeah,
time.
that was the like one of the good like years in '07. Like I think WWE at that time, like they were like kind of high on like some people, but then there weren't at the same time. And then you have like TNA with like Perk Angle, Samoa Joe, Sting, Abyss, like main event Mafia stuff like coming into play a little bit, but not quite yet. So it's like I think '07's like a good it would be a good year to reminisce about.
Well, that's going to be an idea, I think, for February. So y'all have to wait and see. So I'm looking through our videos at this time, and I reorganized them. Like I clicked the button that says popular, so it puts the most popular video we've done on the channel.
Yeah,
Um, our most popular episode took place. Let's see, when was this? I need to go and press play. We did this January 22nd of 2023, so almost exactly a year ago. This was the breakdown for Billy Talent's album Crisis of Faith. At that point in time, the album had just turned 1 year old. This year it's turning 2 years old.
yeah.
So it's kind of funny to me because that album's kind of like a full circle moment for us. The
Mm.
song Reckless Paradise is on that album, and that's what we named our show after. So it's
Mhm.
kind of like a full circle moment for me, if you think about it.
Well, yeah, because Billy Talent's gotten through like the toughest of times during the pandemic and all that stuff,
Absolutely.
and now like with what you're kind of currently going through now a little bit, Billy Talent's still on the back burner, but now it's more like Blink and REM now.
Lately, yeah, I've been on a big REM kick. Like, I need to go and do a couple of their albums on my own. Our second most popular episode is actually really recent. It's from, let's see, I'm going to go press play on it. It's actually from September 7th of 2023, so this is very recent. This is the breakdown for Blink-182's album California Part 2, the second part, which was like, what, tracks, what, 8 through 16? Or 9 through 16?
Yeah, 9 through 16, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, we broke down we did part 2, and that one has 64 views at this time. That is like a really recent video, too.
which I didn't expect the part 2 of that album. I didn't expect that to like reach like the level of success it did. But I noticed like before we even started recording, the current sub count at the channel right now for the pod is 247 right now.
We're doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Considering we've been doing this for 2 years, we've
Yeah.
only missed one episode in those 2 years, and that's because I had a technical difficulty happen on a
Mm.
night we were supposed to double record. So we had to skip an episode, which I mean, that's not bad. One episode in the 2 years we've been doing this, that's pretty damn good. We've been on a consistent schedule.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy for people to stay on a consistent schedule, especially on YouTube. I find it gets a little draining, but with the way we do it, it's kind of spread out. Like we're only doing it 2 days a week. Both days are kind of spread out, like about 4 or 3 days apart. Um, I think we're doing pretty well, honestly.
Yeah, and plus some of the stuff that we do off the pod, it's like I always take clips of, or and I put them on YouTube Shorts on the pod channels for the people to see. And the meme that you had showed me on TikTok with Squidward and Trevor,
Hmm.
that I put on the pod channel, and that it's got over 2,000 views within
I
24
see
hours.
that. I'm looking at that right now. That's pretty cool.
I was like, well, that's spread like wildfire. It's like,
So
All right.
here's an interesting question I just thought of off the top of my head. If you were to pick an episode to redo, re-record, just redo it, which one would it be?
Hmm.
I already have my answer.
I. Hmm. Well, I know. I think I kind of know your answer, but I'm gonna wait. I would say maybe the social anxiety one for me,
Okay.
but I think if I had a second answer, I would have probably said maybe the Let's Talk About MS episode, maybe
Okay.
because I didn't know much about MS at that
At
time,
that time, yeah,
but
now you
but
know a lot
now I know
more.
more. Yeah, so
I get that.
it's just I'm like, yeah, I was like, okay, well, it's like at that time, yeah, I didn't know what I was talking about, but then now like I know like a lot more about it.
So
So
for me, there are two episodes as well. I feel like I wish we could re-record and redo because this first one I want to talk about, my ranking has completely changed, and I think you've already figured this one out. I'm talking about our ACDC album ranking, which we did way back in 2022, I believe. It was like I think it might have been the tail end of 2022. That was like one of our biggest pilgrimages we had ever done.
mm,
By far, there were 18 albums to rank, and since then, you and I have went back and re-listened to quite a few of them together. Um, so a lot has changed in the rankings. So at this time, the ranking that you see for the ACDC album ranking, um, it's kind of not super accurate
anymore.
anymore. And that was our ranking for that period of time. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm trying to go back and find it. It's like from like when we first started. It was like within the first year. Apparently, we did a top 10 simple plan songs episode.
But yeah, that's before we even talked about doing that pilgrimage.
Yeah, we're gonna be starting it this week. So, oh boy, here we go. Um, my God, where the hell is it? Yes,
uh,
okay. So we did it almost a year ago, actually. We did it in early 2023. It was February 2nd. We had to do the album ranking in three parts because there's so many albums to rank. So
yeah,
basically, all three of those parts I wish we could redo.
yeah. I think we could have probably maybe done, like some of the albums, like cut it in half. Maybe it could have done two-parters, but
Yeah,
because at that time, like like you said, like there were so many albums and stuff. Like our most viewed of the three-parters was part three.
of course, because everybody wants to know what your number one is. That's what it is.
But then, like like we did the breakdown of Fly on the Wall. We did the breakdown of like different things.
Razor's Edge. I think our very first breakdown episode was Back in Black.
I think so,
That and you know what's funny? We hadn't even listened to the freaking album yet, and we did the
yeah.
breakdown.
um, I would say another video or series, I should say, that's kind of getting some traction now is the Let's Talk Rivalries episodes that
Oh
we did.
yeah. Okay, yeah, we have one coming up actually.
Yeah, and it's funny that like the first one was like a year ago, but then the second one was 9 months, and then the third one was 8 months ago.
Wow.
So we've been slacking.
Yeah, but we've had a lot going on. We've had a lot of episodes we've wanted to get pushed out. We've had a lot of pilgrimages we've wrapped up. Um, Speaking of another episode I really wish we could redo. I think I've told you this several times. I so badly wish we could redo the breakdown for Adrenalize because the timing for that episode was terrible. Unfortunately, we picked to record it the 4th of July weekend. And at the time, I was still living in the mountains. And my service slowed down to nothing because there were so many people in the area for the 4th of July weekend. It slowed down my service completely. It was not enough bandwidth for everybody to connect. So, unfortunately, that episode came out a day late. And even then, we had issues recording it. It kept cutting out and stuff. I remember that. And uploading it took forever. It took me 4 hours to upload that video.
Yeah, I remember.
And it's probably one of the most anticipated breakdown episodes I've ever wanted to do because this is an album I'm really like passionate about. I
Hmm.
did a whole bunch of research on that album. You remember that because I was watching that whole interview that Joe Elliott did for the album. It was an hour long. And my God, I put so much blood, sweat, and tears into that note taking session. I
Yep.
had pages upon pages of notes, all just to have my cell tower be shit.
Yeah. Um, but it's like we've done like so many different like series and stuff. Like it's not even funny, guys. Like we've done like we've dipped our fingers into so many different pies at this point. It's
Debate
like
hour.
the debate hour. We've done the breakdowns. You've done music madness. I've done deep talks with myself and all that stuff. It's like so. It's like we're trying to branch out and see like what sticks.
Shoot the shit's definitely sticking.
Yeah, because we've done a whole year of it.
Yeah, and honestly, it's really good that we do it once a month. It kind of just like lets us air everything out that's been going on in our lives, what we've been listening to music wise. Even
Hmm.
though I have my own series for that now, I do Music Madness with yours truly almost once a month. Um, and you have Deep Talks as well.
Yeah, it's like I think it's a good idea in theory sometimes because it's like it it lets us get outside of our comfort zone a little bit because
Yeah.
then it's like like if we do shoot the shit like one day it's like okay like you got something to look forward to like towards like the end of the month sometimes because it's like it's either music managed with yours truly with Marissa or it's like deep talks with me and or something. So it's like you always get something out of it.
Yeah.
Um, I would say like the I guess like our like I guess the baby that we've had with this series is the debate hour stuff.
Pretty much. Yeah. Now, I have one final question to ask you um, before we wrap this episode up. So let's backtrack to 2023 as a whole. I should have asked this when we did our recap episode, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, maybe I should save it for the 2 year anniversary episode. Out of the episodes we did for 2023, what was your favorite one to do?
Oh brother,
I already have my answer.
out of the ones that we've done for 2023, okay, I'm trying to think just because we've done so many. Um, hmm, I'll let you do your answer. I gotta think of mine.
So, my favorite episode we did in 2023. This was a two-parter. We put it into two parts. This was actually very recent as well. Part two was recorded November 5th of 2023, while part one was recorded November 2nd of 2023. So it's literally right in the beginning of November. This is the breakdown for Blink's newest album, One More Time. That album is honestly in my top five albums of all time at this point. That album means the world to me. So much I have two copies of it. Thank you, Dystro.
Mhm. Mhm.
um, it's just I loved that episode. I really feel like we put a lot of time and effort into it. We split it in half because it's 17 tracks. It's one track longer than California. And
Mhm.
we each took notes for that episode. I think I took notes for the first half, and you took notes for the second half.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, it's like I think it's like I like taking notes. Because like it freshens my mind on certain things. Like with
Yeah.
the year in review for the wrestling stuff episodes, like I always take notes because like I've always wanted to like know like what happened in that time frame and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
with the 2013, I want to say 2023, 2013 and 2014 and all that stuff. Like there was like a lot I had to do for that time frame. Like I took like multiple pages worth of notes. And I was like, "Yep, well, that's good." It was like a long episode too. uh, but if I had to pick one for last year, I would say maybe the breakdown for the Neighborhoods album.
Oh wow, you're going way back. Okay, hold up. Let's go see when that was.
It was 11 months ago.
Man, wow, that is way back. I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that.
Okay, let's scroll down. I know that one got pretty popular too. I remember.
It was like 20 something views, I think.
So this was at 27 views. We did this episode February 5th of 2023. It was our very first Blink 182 album we listened to, and also our first Blink album we broke down. Um, so that album means a lot to me too. For the longest time, that was my favorite Blink album until they came in with More Time and took the number one spot.
Yeah.
Looking back at that album, it kind of seems like a mix of Blink and then like Angels and Airwaves.
hmm Yeah, I think I had pointed that out a little bit when we listened to the album the first time.
Yeah, and at the time, I didn't know what Angels and Airwaves sounded like. I didn't listen to their stuff until like this past fall when I was doing the whole Blinktober thing. I started listening to a couple of their songs, and eventually later this year, we're gonna run their stuff. They don't have many albums, so it's gonna be quick. Um,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have some Angels and Airwaves stuff coming on this channel in the summer. By the looks of it, that's gonna be fun.
It's like
More
more
Tom
music,
DeLonge.
more music, more Tom.
You can never have enough Tom. Next, we should do Boxcar Racer.
Oh God.
I think they only have like one album though.
Yeah, it's like one album.
We could give it a
So
shot. We could give it a shot. All in all, though, it's been a really fun 2 years doing this. And like I said, like we've been really consistent, and that's amazing for a YouTube podcast of like all places. Like that's really good. Like that we've been so consistent. We've been keeping up to date with everybody, like updating everybody when shit was going wrong or one of us couldn't make it. I don't think you've missed a single episode.
no. Uh like I know like well oh outside the pod I've missed like a one thing, but that was
I
that
think I've
was
only missed like episodes that we were both scheduled to be on. I think I've only missed two. One was literally the first episode of this year, and the second one was because of the cell tower. I had no cell tower for 2 days,
yeah.
so you had to go in alone and record.
Yeah, I had to go solo dolo on those.
You had to go record. You had to go and upload. So,
Yeah.
and
Uh
you saved me.
yes, I did. Um Cause like you said, like when we first started out, like we were just running all over each other. Like we didn't have a solid rhythm at all. Like we were just like intertwining with each other and stuff. And we were like, oh, sorry, you know. And so it was just like now we've like been like a year plus and stuff. So it's like we've got a rhythm down. We've got a huge like uh respect, for each other's, like we like I'll let you finish what you have to say and then like I'll chime in if I needed to and all that stuff and but then it's like, like if you have to like say something in the middle of me talking, I'll be like, oh, sorry, I'll just, shut up.
It happens.
But like it's like it's good to do that every once in a while too, like but like no, I mean not like no say like hey shut up, But
Shut up.
shut up. Um, but uh, we've come a long way since 2022.
Absolutely. And I've cried on this show. I've been pissed off on this show. I've been really happy on this show. We've made each other laugh on this show. My cat Tigger has meowed on this show.
The what was what was it?
It was from the summer. I remember that.
No, when was the 2016 year in review episode?
Okay, I'm gonna have to go search through the archives of the episodes. That was like, I think that was our first one we did.
Because there was a specific moment that I know you remember that made us
It's,
both laugh.
let me see, it's from April 13th, 2023, so almost a year ago, 8 months
Okay.
ago.
Do you remember
The
this?
new gay.
Yeah, the new gay moment. Yeah.
I do remember that.
So I was a little backstory here. I was trying to say the new day, but then it spelled out. It said the new. I mean the new day, and then she started fucking laughing. She was crying. She was just like, I was like, I didn't mean to say that, but it came out like that.
I just found another clip too. It says Dystro almost dies 2 minutes in.
Oh
What
yeah,
was
cause
that episode?
um, oh what was it? What
What
was it?
even happened? Like, what? Like, were you coughing or something?
I was drinking water, and then I was like just coughing and coughing and coughing. I was just dying over here, and I was like,
I found the clip where Tigger made her appearance.
yeah,
At that time, we weren't even at 100 subs yet. Like, we
mm,
were still like pretty small.
yeah.
That was like 4 months ago apparently. So that was like kind of end of summer. Um, that's the one where you were dying, of course. Let's see. I'm like scrolling through the shorts. There's like a lot of shorts. Oh, the Patrick Star blooper. Patrick Star for president. What was that one?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna send it to you. Hold on, I'll send it to you on Messenger. You can listen to it after the show. Um, let me see.
Patrick
There we
Star
go.
for president.
Is that one? Oh, when I opened that can of Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah, the you're like, yep.
I think that was the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper too.
That fucking moment made me laugh so hard.
This one says another day, another blooper. It's from the top 10 WWE matches episode.
I remember the one moment where it's like you were trying to say something, but then you got cut off,
I think that might be it.
and it's like, man, like is it 2019, and it just got cut off.
Then there's this one. We broke out into song when we did your birthday celebration when you turned 24 or 20. No, it was 23. No, you're 25 now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Two years.
I think you were turning 24.
Yeah. Like happy birthday, birthday,
That's like our
happy.
first so-called blooper that we did. Oh my god, that's crazy.
It's like yeah, it's like we always have a lot of bloopers on this show, and it's a good thing to have them because then you can just go back and reminisce about certain things. But yeah, like the you opening the can
I
on
remember
air
that.
was fucking funny. You're like yep. I
That's
was
funny
like
because I do remember when that happened. I was like, crap, I didn't know if he heard me do that.
I was like, what the hell are you doing?
I can open a can of soda.
Just cracking open a can of soda. And then yeah, the whole Tigger moment, like stealing the spotlight, and you're like no, I went, huh? Like then you hear,
I really did not expect her to meow on this freaking show, and I didn't think my mic would pick it up either.
that was a good moment.
I'm going to go back and listen to that on my own, or even with you
Oh,
after the show. We should probably do that. Anyways,
day.
happy 2 years to this episode, this show. And happy 2 years, of course, to you guys who've been listening this long. We thank you for your support as always. We hope you stick around. No pun intended. If you're a Foo Fighters fan, you know what I'm talking about.
Stick around.
I'll stick around. I'll stick around. Anyways, all right. So our next episode, let me look at my calendar. So, next episode scheduled for the 11th. Oh boy, here we go. So, it's time to rank our Fall Out Boy albums. We just finished our Fall Out Boy pilgrimage at the very end of December, literally the day after Christmas. We finished the Fall Out Boy stuff. So, we've had plenty of time from now to then to rank the albums and come up with a top 10 list for songs. So, we're going to do the album ranking first. We're going to start that on Thursday. I think there's only 8 albums to do.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
So this is going to be pretty short. I'm going to be honest though, I had a really rough time picking a favorite.
I didn't really have a I didn't really have a hard time. I had a hard time doing top three.
Ooh, so this may be different. This one may be different. We'll have to wait and see. So that'll be this Thursday. You will not want to miss that. I'm very excited because it's like once we wrap up a pilgrimage, we can jump into another one. Like we usually take like a week or two off, and then we'll jump into another one. And we're gonna be starting Simple Plan this Wednesday, starting with the debut album, which what the hell is it called?
Uh oh,
Isn't it no pads, no something, just balls?
just give me a second. Let me look
Wait,
it
it's
up.
no pads, no helmets, just balls. I think that's the name of it.
Give me a second.
Oh,
We're
HA.
doing it live. Fuck it.
We're doing it live.
Doing it live. Fuck it. Yeah, no pads, no helmets, just balls. Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good one. We're starting with the old school Simple Plan, back where it all began. Um, so that's gonna be fun. So we're gonna have Simple Plan stuff. Oh god, I'm thinking like maybe March or end
Uh,
of February, depending on when we finish.
yeah. Well, it's because we're gonna be wrapping Simple Plan around. We're gonna be ending Simple Plan around the middle of February, I
I
think.
think
Right?
we're ending like right close to Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I think that's when I literally had it set to end. I'm gonna go look real quick. I don't care. This is a 2-year episode. I don't give a crap.
I think that's what
Um,
you said. Yeah.
I think I did that on purpose because I hate Valentine's Day. Yeah, we literally end on Valentine's Day. I'll take it. I will take it. That is like the best Valentine's Day gift anybody could ask for. Simple plan.
And plus, like, we're ending on the latest album too, which is a good
Ah,
because it's
I
like
can't.
what it's the one song with fucking Derek
From
from
Sum 41.
41.
Yes.
So it's ending on a good note for you.
It is. I'm really excited. I'm actually happy. I'm gonna have a good Valentine's Day this year.
You're
Fuck
like,
love. I got music.
anyway.
Anyways, so I also have tonight's song of the night for you guys. So I was kind of conflicted at first. I had two songs in my head, but I figured it's probably right to do this. I think I did this last year too. January 8th also marks a very sad day in the music biz. On that day in 1991, unfortunately, we lost guitarist Steve Clark of Def Leppard. And if y'all know well enough, I am a huge Def Leppard fan. Sitting here looking at my poster right now on my wall. Um, so we miss you, Steve. God bless you. Def Leppard, I really don't think Def Leppard was the same after Steve passed. Like, yeah, they got Vivian in there, but like, I don't think they were the same after that. A lot of things had changed for Def Leppard at that point. So I think a bit there's no better way to do this than to pick an old school Def Leppard song for this night. I'm gonna go back to the Higher and Dry album, and I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with. Um, which one do I want to do? I I've had that album in my head for a while. I've been meaning to go back and listen to it because it's been quite a while. Oh man, I need to go back and look at that album because like I had a song, but it's like, do I want to do it? You know, it's like, do I really want to do it? I'm trying to think of a song that really showcases Steve's guitar abilities. I think we're gonna go with an instrumental. We're gonna go with Switch 625. I think we're gonna do that one because it's all instrumental. You can hear Steve's guitar very well. And at this time, Phil Collin was not in the band yet. We had Pete Willis in there.
Mm.
So that's the song of the night. We're gonna do Switch 625 from the High and Dry album. Now there is also a Jurassic Symphonies version of this track, and it's very good. But I feel like we should stick with the original just for tonight's episode because we need to honor Steve Clark.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best guitarists of all time. I really think he's heavily slept on, heavily underrated. He
Mm.
died way too soon. He was very young. He was in his 30s, and he died from acute alcohol poisoning. Um, Prior to his death, he was on a 6-month leave of absence. Um, Joe told him to go take some time off, just go get well. Unfortunately, he did not make it through those 6 months. So, Switch 625 by Def Leppard from the High and Dry album. That's tonight's song of the night. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead and do so. There will be a link at the top right hand corner of this episode at the very end. There is no music video, there is only the audio. So go ahead and take a listen. God bless Steve. And honestly, I'm still thankful Def Leppard is still here.
For real.
So if you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to go on ahead and follow us on social media by clicking on that link in the description below, which will take you to Linktree. We have Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, and Twitter. Go on ahead, follow us there to keep up to date with our show, as well as that community page on our YouTube channel. You just go to our channel, click on the community tab. It's usually in the middle of the bar that you see, and all our updates will be posted there as well. So it's very important to keep up to date with the show in case one of us can't make it or something goes wrong. You never know in this day and age. Also, big news, Dystro's YouTube channel hit 1,100 subscribers on New Year's Eve. So congrats to him. I'm very, very happy and very surprised that you actually hit it because I was so worried that you weren't going to make it.
Yeah, so for people who do not know, I hit 1100, or 1,000 in October of last year. And then 2 months later, I hit 1,100 on like the last day of December of last year. So it's like, that was kind of like mind-boggling to say the least. uh, but at the time of the recording, I'm currently at now. I'm gonna beat you to the punch here. I'm currently at now 1,112 right now.
Wow. So you're still moving. That's
Yeah, I'm still
cool.
moving. Yeah,
That's awesome. And I hope, let's see, what should be the next goal? 1,200 by what?
I so that's why I was saying to my coworker today. I was gonna try to set myself like 100 sub goal every month leading up
I
to the
was
end of the
thinking
year.
every month or every month and a half.
So like, say 1,200 by the end of maybe this month, maybe towards the end of or towards the middle of February.
Yeah, like let's get you to 1,200 by Valentine's Day.
That'd be a good Valentine's Day gift right there.
Yes, because we're both single, we both hate Valentine's Day, and we have nothing else to look forward to.
It's like, well, hey, it's like, hey, you got a simple plan. I got sub goal. Okay.
I got Pierre.
You're like, I got Pierre.
I love it. Oh, I can't wait to start the pilgrimage.
Oh, we're gonna have
Oh,
fun.
you're gonna hate me by the end of this pilgrimage.
Gets to Valentine's Day, it's like, is it over yet? It's like, nope.
Just gets me another cameo for Valentine's Day.
like, God damn
Just
it.
gets me another video from Pierre for Valentine's Day. Like what when we're ending the pilgrimage.
It's like, hey, so I heard that y'all ended the pilgrimage on a high note. Congrats. Just
Uh,
like, thanks, Pierre.
whatever you do, don't confess my love to him, please.
It's like, oh, what's that? He heard that you love him. Oh boy.
I love Pierre too much. Don't say anything. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. We're trying to wrap this episode up here in a timely manner. Okay, so let's get Dystro to 1,200 subs on his channel. Hopefully by Valentine's Day, which is a little over a month away. He posts weekly gaming content and memes and everything in between. And I'm in there too sometimes because we do play video games outside of the show. So please go on ahead and subscribe to him and go share his stuff around. Go show him some love. Once again, take a listen to tonight's song of the night, Switch 625 by Def Leppard. Let's honor Steve Clark in the right way. And that's it. Once again, thank you guys for all the support for the last 2 years. And thank you for watching. And we'll catch you guys this Thursday. Peace.
Peace.